This is my Enya Nova Go acoustic version. You notice I put a little bit of a grip tape addition right there. I can just peel it right off if I need to. But basically, this is a $200 3/4 scale guitar, and I have it tuned to drop A. The scale is shorter than a typical guitar. It's a molded body. There is a truss rod that you could adjust. I have not adjusted it for the nylon strings that I put on. This guitar is intended for steel strings, so keep that in mind. A carbon body. It's a very lively sounding guitar. I do have it severely detuned, so you're not going to notice the really bright notes. And the fact that I put on nylon strings is going to also make it sound darker than it actually does. But this guitar is impervious to weather. There's absolutely no electronics in this version, so you have no worry. I've literally played with this guitar in the shower. I actually hosed it off and put it under the sink and scrubbed the fretboard before this video to get all my finger gunk off. I've owned this guitar for almost a year. It's going to be a year in a few days. And this guitar still sounds awesome. I literally store this guitar without its case in my car in the summer. In the winter, no issues. I bring this guitar to work with me. It's bouncing around unsecured in my car all the time. It's hit my door, it's hit the floor a bunch of times. There's a bunch of metal that it runs into, and it just keeps on trucking. The tuners hold the guitar in tune pretty well for the relatively low tension strings I'm using. These are nylon strings. There's also a big old port to hear the bass notes for the user, so you can hear the warm, rich tones. And the entire soundboard, except for these little middle strips here, are intended to project as much as possible for the listener, whoever's listening to you. This is its third or fourth set of strings. They sound really good. They sound really beefy, and the ergonomics are amazing. Like, this little section here feels so good in your hands here. This damn cable's annoying the hell out of me. The cutaway allows you to reach the upper registers no problem. The highest note and the highest note on the low string as well. No issue. Whatever finger you choose, you can get over there really easily. You can't change out the nut. The nut is integrated with the design. It has a 0 fret design, so the fret right here is actually taller than the rest of the frets. So everything but the bridge here and the tuners and the hardware, like the strap pins here, are integrated. You cannot change them out. But yeah, you don't really need to. This thing is built tough, heat, cold, wet weather, and this thing's gonna hold up just fine. And actually, with the nylon strings, you have the added benefit of the strings never rusting because there's no steel in these strings. So these strings can get wet all they want. Yeah, I highly recommend this guitar. It is absolutely amazing for the price. The intonation is good. Everything about it just screams quality to me. This doesn't strike me as a budget guitar. If someone picked this up, they're like, oh, what is this, about a $400 or $500 guitar? And you're like, no, less than half that. Anyway, if you're interested in buying this guitar, I do have a link in the description below. I bought this guitar with my own money, and then afterwards I reached out to Enya, and I really wanted to get on board with whatever they were doing. They sent me the electric version for free, but that's after I already provided a video glowing about this guitar. Just super excited about it. I'm still excited about it, and it's a year later. It's a very small guitar, so it's perfect for travel. I wouldn't use this on every single recording from here on out, but it's recordable. You can record this and it'll sound good. I do have compression on, by the way. So when you hear this performance, there is compression. That's it. There's no EQ. Just kind of even out the nuances, and you are going to hear background noise. My PC is very loud. And unless I use a noise gate, which I didn't want to do because I didn't want to take away from the reverberation that happens. Yeah, it's amazing. I love it. Have a good day. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in a future video.